know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
And we're about near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
The give is to Jones. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Throwing, Hundley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite.
Makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Longley. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Touchdown, Cardinals! Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about the... And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now it's the kickoffs away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Throwing. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. Sunday. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. And this one's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gerald McCoy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught. Nelson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here's Thompson to return it. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other. And, yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Great 15, great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Nelson. And down inside the 15, shy of the... Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Thompson on the return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 And they start the second half with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Run.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Sunday. 82.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The first down carry here for Johnson. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, that's what we call an even front.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Flex round.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing, Hundley. Open man has got it. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And he puts it through. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Hey. Pull down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Come on now, let's go. Hey, we're good.
Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
There we go, back man. Waiting.
Again, it's Wentz. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go with the ground attack here. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Corey Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Hundley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, 54 yards. And the Cardinals add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again to Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. Hundley now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw here. Now he steps away. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Lets it go for Nelson. It's caught inside the 25. He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Don't go. 120.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Don't go. Waiting.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. Looking to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So first and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Johnson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lion. Black, come on.
Play action. Now Wentz. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.
Y'all know his name? Hey, yo, Mac, ladies and gentlemen, C5. Oh! Wayne time. Oh! Yeah. Woo! Zone. Let me see your shoulders work.